Just in the last week or so, LinkedIn have launched a brand new feature, and that is the ability for us now to all start creating polls on the amazing platform of LinkedIn. Long overdue, it's created lots of excitement amongst the LinkedIn community and the wider social media community around the world. Now, I've already released a couple of videos on how it works and how we can all start utilizing it. I will put the links to those videos in the comment section below. But equally, I've been inundated with questions. People have been messaging me on LinkedIn, sending me emails, ringing me on the phone, asking lots and lots of questions. So you know what? I thought it's time to do something different. Let me host a LinkedIn polls question and answer session, and I will cover all of the questions that I've been receiving myself and some of the others that I've been reading online as well. So stick around as we dive into the LinkedIn polls question and answer session right now. Question number one, and the most popular by a long shot, is, Mark, how come I don't have access to the new LinkedIn polling feature? Okay, so the answer to that one is it's going to be a staggered release. A lot of the social media platforms do this, and especially LinkedIn. They will release a new feature and it will be a staggered release over a period of time. So from my understanding, around about 20% of the market have it now. But sit tight, be patient. It will be coming to everyone soon, but that's the answer to why you currently don't have it. Moving on to question number two, and this one I have had from lots of people as well. Cynthia, Paul, Richard, Patel, they're asking me this question. Mark, is the LinkedIn polling feature available for us to use on mobile? Absolutely it is. I'm glad they did this because the vast majority of us now are utilizing mobile and LinkedIn hand in hand. Yes, this feature is available. I've actually released a video on how to do it via mobile as well, and I will put the link to that video in the comment section below. Next question is, how many poll options are there available for us to choose from? Well, you can create maximum 4 polling questions, so anywhere between 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the question you're asking in the poll needs to be short, sharp, and succinct, maximum 140 characters only. Question number 4 is, after I have published my poll, who will actually see it? Well, the answer to that is in 2 parts. In theory, because you've published it on the LinkedIn platform, it's potentially available to the whole global LinkedIn audience. But we know that doesn't happen. The way LinkedIn works is that when you post anything on LinkedIn, it will go out to the news feed of a small select portion of your first level connections. Now, depending on how popular your post is or your poll is, LinkedIn will then determine how many people they start sharing it out to. Now, once it gets shared to your first level connections, it's then available for others, second and third levels, to then be informed of it, be notified of it, through various activity of other people. So essentially it's the news feed of your first level connections, and then from there, who knows where else it may go. Next question is, will people see how I've actually voted in a poll? The answer to that one is no, but the author of the poll does have the ability to see how everyone has voted. Question number 6 is, how often should I create a poll on LinkedIn? Well, the answer to that is entirely up to you. Should you be creating a poll every day? Possibly not. Maybe once or twice a week to start with. But your audience or the market on LinkedIn, they will determine how often you do any posting, and polling will be the same. If you're getting lots of feedback, lots of engagement in your poll, then run with it, continue with it. If you find the interest in your poll is waning and the interaction is dropping off, maybe that's a signal people are having enough of this, or your questions are not that engaging. So the answer to that is it's entirely up to you. Next question is, how many times can I vote? Well, just like any poll, any election around the world, one person, one vote. So the answer to that one is once only. But as a quick follow-up to that one, you can change your vote. You just go back in, select another option, and it will then update that as well. Another question has been, Can I change my vote? The answer to that is yes. You just go into the poll and re-click another option. So if you voted for option number 2 and you wanted to change it to number 3, you then just click number 3. And you can delete your vote altogether from the poll up until the poll has closed. So if the poll is still active, you can delete your vote altogether as well. Another very popular question that I have received is, can I create a poll from my company page or my business page? The answer to that one is yes, and a big thumbs up to LinkedIn for allowing that one. Our company pages or our business pages are an extension of what so much activity all of us are doing on LinkedIn. So yes, you can create a poll from your company page and your business page, or your business page. I've actually got a separate video on how to do that, and I've already put that online, but I will put the link to that video in the description below as well. Question number 10 is, can I vote on my own poll? The quick answer to that one is yes. Next question is, once I've created a poll, can I edit it? Quick answer to that is no. Once the poll is started, people are voting on that particular question, so you then can't change the question. No, you can't edit a poll once it is running. However, you can delete the poll and start again. Next question is, are there any topics off limits, or are there any subjects or content that I shouldn't be creating a poll about? For the answer to this one, I actually went and did some research on LinkedIn's own guidelines, and their response is sensitive topics should be avoided, remembering we need to follow their community guidelines as well. So my answer to that is tread carefully, because you don't want to get any of the social media platforms offside, because they can turn you off like that. And for a lot of us, our business could be literally, become invisible at the click of a button. So if in doubt, maybe err on the side of caution. But yes, sensitive data, community guidelines, you need to be aware of as well. Question number 14, and this is an interesting one as well, and it was, Mark, once I create the poll, can I add an image to the top of the poll as well? Very good question, and I thought that one as well. The answer to that is no. You can ask the question at the top, but you can't attach an accompanying image in that space as well. I'm not quite sure my thoughts on that. I know everything is very visual online, so being able to add accompanying photo to your poll question, I think would be a good idea. But at the moment, no. All we can do is ask the question only with the 1, 2, 3, 4 options listed below. Next question comes from Daniel, who has already watched one of my videos on YouTube about the new LinkedIn polls feature. And he says, Mark, I've gone into my LinkedIn profile and I followed step by step the instructions that you've said in your video, but I can't see how to create a poll. It doesn't give me the button. Daniel, remember, it's a staggered release and it will be coming to you soon. From what I understand, all of the information that I've been able to glean by following lots of feedback online is possibly only 20% of the marketplace have access to it now. So be patient, sit tight. It will be coming to your availability real soon. Next question is, should I be adding hashtags to my poll on LinkedIn? Answer to that one is a definitely yes. Hashtags are exploding across all of the social media platforms, and they're a great way to reference what your article, your poll, your video, your post is all about. Now, remembering LinkedIn is many things. Amongst it is a giant database and a search engine. So every time we post anything on LinkedIn and post anything online, when we add a hashtags, it narrows the opportunity for it to be found when someone is searching for hashtags. So definitely add hashtags to all of your polls that you're creating. 3 to 5 hashtags seems to be the sweet spot. Next question is, what should be the topic of my first poll that I create on LinkedIn? Well, I think we should make it very simple and easy. Poll the greater audience, poll your connections on LinkedIn, ask them a very simple question. What do you like most about dealing with XYZ company, and you would insert your company. Maybe the responses are, it might be your staff, it might be your products and service, it might be your delivery times, it might be option number 4. But that would be a very simple way to get going on LinkedIn with your first poll. As we come to the last question, and this is a very good one, it is, Mark, after only a few days of seeing the polling feature available on LinkedIn, my newsfeed is suddenly flooded with polls. Do you think we will get inundated with polls and poll fatigue will set in? Very good question. I think lots and lots of people are going to give it a go initially. It's like a new toy. It's like a new feature. We're all going to give it a go. I do think though, I think poll fatigue will set in and it will very much taper off. Possibly even we will start to get annoyed with all of the polls that start flooding our newsfeed. Initially, maybe once or twice a week might be great for us all to start with, but then that's where I think we'll need to get very creative, very specific, very targeted in regard to the information that we're asking in a poll, because otherwise people will just skip through the news feed, another poll, the engagement on it will drop off, and then who knows how relevant and how much we're all going to be starting or continuing to use the feature. So I do think it will drop off, but initially give it a go, have some fun with it, get some really good instant feedback from the wider LinkedIn audience, your customers and clients, your potential customers and clients, and then act on the information that you get from those polls. So there we go. As we come to the end of this video, hopefully you have found it informative, entertaining, and helpful. It is the first time I have done a question and answer session style video for my YouTube channel. So go to the comment section below, give me some feedback, give me your thoughts. I would love to hear what you have to say. Equally, while you're there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all of my weekly content. Tick the bell icon as well, that way you get notified. If you're watching this on my LinkedIn page, don't forget to send me a connection request on LinkedIn. Let's open up the lines of communication there as well. And equally, go to the comment section below, say hello, ask me a question on YouTube as well. If I haven't answered a question, ask me that in the comments section below. Mark Warnken, Social Media Selling 123, signing off. I look forward to seeing you again real soon in another one of my videos.